Good morning, my name is Douglas Kidd and welcome back to my vlog for week 3 Crimes of the Powerful. This week we focused on criminological theories of white-collar crime. White-collar crime theory. Like all other types of crime, white-collar crime has numerous theories developed by sociologists, psychologists, and other scholars to explain why people commit the crimes. However, I've chosen to reflect on just 3 theories and how they are linked into white-collar crime. These are strain theory, social cognitive theory, and social learning theory. Strain theory. According to Merton 1938, society and our individual culture influences and sets a precedent for what our goals may be. However, many individuals in society, they don't actually have the resources to achieve these goals. So what they do is they utilize modes of adaptation to respond to their cultural goals and the means of achieving them. Modes of adaptation. Strain theory consists of 5 modes of adaptation that are utilized to achieve and respond to an individual's goals. According to Merton 1938, these modes of adaptation are conformity, which is pursuing cultural goals through means that are approved by society. Innovation. This is where white-collar crime starts to really fit in. Innovation is using means that are not socially approved to achieve your goals. This could be, for example, fraudulent activities. The next is ritualism. Ritualism is using the same socially approved goals to achieve lesser, more humble or more modest goals. Retreatism. Retreatism is a means of escape. It's when an individual rejects both the cultural goal and the means to achieve it. And lastly, rebellion. Rebellion is to reject both the cultural goals and the means of achieving them, and then to replace them with your own goals. The next theory is social cognitive theory. Social cognitive theory is based on the concept that we learn from observing our behaviors within our social demographic group, whether it be our family, peers, work colleagues, or church group, for example. We then model our behaviors based on these observations. Lastly, social learning theory. Social learning theory is an adaptation from Bandura's social cognitive theory. However, according to Bandura 1977, social learning theory focuses more on the concept that we learn from our actual interactions within the social demographic group, as opposed to learning from our observations. This week I've provided a rather interesting example of what could be considered both cognitive and social learning theory. This clip was taken from the 1994 movie Mrs. Doubtfire. So, as you can see at the end of the clip, you see the young girl display a learned behavior from observing her father, the social hierarchy in her current environment, and her interactions with her father. This brings me to the conclusion for this week, and thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you next week for week 4.